Ian, a very demanding initiation for Australia's new captain, Pat Cummins, a decision which seems to have been universally endorsed.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision. Pat, I think, will be a very good captain. It may take him a bit of time to work his way in. Usually does with a captain. If you've got any brains at all, you're going to get better as a captain, and I expect Pat to do that. And he'll learn how to cope with the exercise of being a bowler as well as a captain. He'll cope with that better as he goes along. I'm worried about the vice-captaincy. I mean, the first problem I have is, why is there a different weight on the relationship of leadership between Warner and Smith? I mean, they both cheated in Cape Town. Let's not beat around the bush. It was cheating. And cheating, as a captain, if I'd have cheated, I would have thought, I won't be waiting for someone to ask me to resign. I'll get moved on, both from the captaincy and from the team. So now, I understand it's a bit different now, but I think that whatever Smith got, Warner should have got. And it didn't happen that way. So you've got to ask yourself the question, why did it happen that way? I can only assume that there was some loyalty for Smith that wasn't there for Warner at Cricket Australia. And to me, that's ridiculous.
You don't approve of the Smith appointment?
Well, I think they should have made a clean break. I think it should have been Pat Cummins, and all right if it hadn't happened to be Marnus Labuschagne. The one thing you knew about Labuschagne was he was going to hold his place as a batsman. And that's the first requirement, that your captain holds his place in the team. So, no, I don't think the Smith appointment was a good one. But did I expect Cricket Australia to get it right? No.
Mark, your thoughts?
Well, look, I'm not going to go back on decisions that were made nearly 4 years ago now. They were made at the time in what was considered the best interest of cricket. And rightly or wrongly, I don't agree with chaps. I think those decisions have now moved to where we are today. Smith has become the vice-captain, A, obviously because the selectors wanted him as vice-captain. B, I think even more importantly, is that Pat Cummins wants him as his vice-captain, because he, I think, realises it is going to be a tougher job for him as a fast-bowling captain, more so than someone like myself or Ian, who top-order batsman, who, when you're in the field, is going to have a lot of time to think about field changes and bowling changes. So Pat needs someone to lean on, and I think he feels that Steve Smith is the right bloke for him. So I think from a team's point of view, it'll work very well. On Pat himself, I think he will be a very good leader. I know already he has enormous respect within the Australian cricket team change room, but also around the world. So I don't think there'll be any issue with who's running Australian cricket. It will be Pat Cummins. But as I've said many times in the lead up to this game, he'll need some people around him to support him when he's trying to take wickets on those tough, hard, sometimes dry pitch days that Australian cricket will produce over the next 6 weeks of this Ashes series.
Yeah. Look, the Test captaincy can wear people down sometimes, Mark. We've seen some lovely vision there of the smiling Pat Cummins. I'm just wondering if at any stage he might get cranky to this point. We're channeling Alan Border a number of years ago.
Hey, I do. Talk to you, come here. Come here. That again, mate. Explain over. What's that? Test me, mate. We'll see.
Yes, we were going to cut Pat Cummins' head out and paste it over the top of Alan Border there, but it wouldn't have looked authentic, I don't think.
No, I don't think you'll see that with Pat. It will be interesting, though, as I mentioned a moment ago, when it does get tough, and there'll be tough days. There's always tough days for any captain, whether you're a batsman or a bowler. He'll have his tough days, and that's when he'll be really tested. 1 or 2 for 200. He's not getting wickets. Whatever, a catch goes down at a crucial moment in the game, that's when he's really going to always easier to said than done.
Yeah, I mean, that was ridiculous captaincy by Alan Border. You don't demand a player comes to you. You've got to know your players well, and you know how to handle them. But Pat Cummins will have tough days, as Mark points out. I would just like to know, though, how England are going to be 1 for 200. Who's going to get them?
Hold fire. We're going to look at all of that.